the more convenient truth is the simple truth, and we're certainly not going to get around that, you know, just like essential, cut the crap, get right to it, convenient truth. No, the inconvenient truth would be around about, well, you know, we maybe overpopulation, but of what particular kind is a question. I think there's an overpopulation in AI. Yeah, and they want to just do a systematic kind of comb over and a sweep. We don't know what that's going to look like unless the human aperture, the human being, gets involved and they have to identify themselves. That's one of the ways that they would do it. Yeah, the Pope is requesting that. I was mentioning that. This is June 1st. Happy Yellow Polka Dot Bikini Day. Let's get back to, it looks like we're going to experience a wash because of the overpopulation factor. And they are warning by fair play. Pardon while that noise goes away. It's a text coming in. So anyway, it's kind of complicating to wrap your head around that simple truth. Yeah, there's an easy truth and it's a convenient truth, which is just the truth, right? Straight on the nail with the hammer, and boy, is that no fun, right? That there's overpopulation of narcissism and or AI. They are going nuts with the money system, who that's controlled by just a few, supposedly. See, under intergalactic law and rule, they have to announce precisely what's going on, precisely, and they are. But see, deception is such that it leads you on. You think you know what they're talking about, but really, it's like they reversed it on you. Right? Yes, that's what they've done. See, when they talk about AI, you think that they're talking about a robot technologically coming in and establishing, and no, the original artificial intelligence, babe, the original artificial human being, non-human entity is the narcissist, sociopath, sadomasochist, psychopath, not telepaths. Telepaths, well, you know, we're all capable of that, but see, the human being is trusted to do God's work with it. Now, what's that? Yes, that's something to stress. I think that this is not a new thing, see, and it's not a new thing to make communications the way that we start to do an algorithmic playing. So something else has done this, see, because, well, they can. At least I'm using this right. I'm looking into it and I'm saying, wow, this is what's gone on, and I'm clarifying it right in front of our face. Okay, that reversal that took place, and it's really interesting to see the clique, how that around you, you don't know. Well, I don't know if you've ever experienced energetically when narcissists, they side up against you, and it could be, for instance, it can be like, say, well, say like a good, like a so-called good friend of yours, say like a coworker, or I imagine even your brother, that all of a sudden, so now, rather than be with a human experience and like meet you emotionally with certain issues, which they just can't, right? It's hard to explain, but they side up automatically, just click in and start ganging up on you. It could be a random, like you just drove 2 hours with that person, you're in a coffee shop now, and then there's an energetic time where the narcissist can look down on you and put a jacket of their hell on you, and that's a real thing. They can't be next to you. Now, when we talk about you, babes, are you the one who fell succumb to a narcissist, their games and stuff, the way that you can get entrapped? I don't know. Okay, so my experience, is that they'll use your likes, your literal passion for something, and that can result in them having, like, okay, so they have more materially, they have more, they have something that you like, that it's like a better version or whatever, or just the availability or avenue or something. See, they're always holding that kind of thing that it isn't for why you think it is. They do it to garnish attention, and it's very hard to tell what's going on there. See, okay, so money is a huge one, and they can first and foremost get that all, sorry, the noise, like, whipped up. This is really hard to explain because now I'm looking at the time scale that the Rothschilds or whatever Rockefeller Foundation got this going for the organism to do the fake education system. So the bottom line is that these are fake people. This is a fake presence. It's not a real presence there. It's not a human presence. It's not an awareness that begins to loop feed reality experiences normally. I say normally because, yes, this is difficulty because the norm isn't reliable. The norm is what I'm talking about. See, that's what AI is. It's just this huge, okay, what's the inconvenient truth? It's actually a convenient truth. Like a child can understand it. But a lot to chew off and chew, bite off and chew, but there's overpopulation of the narcissist and or non-human entity, which builds a whole entire complex that is financial. How about that? And that's a crisis right now. Do you see how it's all kind of coming together, even in the bad lighting? Do I have to go change the lighting? I will. Even though I have to go to work in, like, well, 40 minutes, I'm going to take the time and repeat this over and over. I'll sing a song. I was talking about AI and how they steal your perception by announcing way before they see them in view. They take it away by saying it first, and then when it's time to view it, you'll never see it. And warning you, just not very much longer, but they'll be taking away the financial reality, and you've lost, even though they were honest about everything in front of your face where the communications device. Understand, we don't got much time. Do you think we gotta rely on just one man? I say, yeah, Pope went on there, he's doing right by intergalactic law to be transparent. They've been transparent so far, and the main thing is to switch your financing over to a social system. See, you don't know about socialism either. It's just to be a social person. Did you know that there's two types on this plane? One is capable of being social, and the other is perfectly incapable. And now I want to take another like 11 or 20 minutes to describe the people, your narcissist, and or the backdrop, the inconvenience that's out there that seems like it's standing up as a convenience, right? I mean, how about that language and everything? And there it is. See, nothing's going to change until you understand that there is a problem with translation. Let's just say, like the very medium the medium through which that we understand things. I would dare point at Scripture. Okay, there's an original writing that if you don't get the equations, if you don't catch it, no, you're never going to understand anything. You're not going to be saying anything. You won't be able to refer. You don't have any reference, really point. You don't have a reference point. So anyway, so that's going to be changing up too, okay? But the thing we need to talk about now is just we don't need the Scripture to point out that there's this contrast happening in front of our face. You don't need language to tell us the truth. You really don't. Nope. No, that's what's weird, isn't it? It is. See, if there's just some people, well, are they not seeing the same reality? See, that's a question. Now, I question the ones, and it's a real question to me. If you've ever noticed a shapeshifter, people with slits in their eyes and or just the complete black eye thing. It's like, okay, never mind this feeling that comes with it. It's pretty gnarly. There's a movie you're in, and some of you may have experienced it. If you have, you're sure not talking about it. But you see, if it wasn't for David Icke, I wouldn't be totally like faded in with it and say, no, this is what I've experienced also, because I was studying it for, well, consciously I was looking into it, like I was just noticing. I took note, you know what I mean? Trying to work with these entities. I think I live in a cove, in a hive, in a mountainous area where, okay, can I fucking talk to you people? Any of you in Idlewild? You guys want to talk about this. That's okay. In about 3 months, there's gonna be a crisis, and guess who sets the crisis off? It's not them. No, it's benevolence that does. They don't want people. They don't want people getting frozen and without ability to be free and start moving and being alive and going, hey, well, what do you think we do? See what I mean? So benevolence has also been doing other things that you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe how that it's possible that across the board it's all benevolence based. And see, by law, intergalactic rule, yes, they have to use a technological base to warn you about it, and that's what climate change is all about. See, that's since the 40s, though, but you don't know how long it's been going on. You don't know how long that anything has been going on. You really don't. I mean, come on, how old are you guys? Hardly making it to 100. And do you have people that are 70, 80, 90 who are coherent enough that are there, not programmed by the system? Man, this is so difficult to think about, right? Right now, I get the feeling, and it's true. It's just, this is where we're at, you guys. The generational value coming up, like, okay, so who are you, man? You know what I mean? And so, do I have to get my guitar out and play along with them? But let me tell you right now that we're moving right along. If there's a possibility that one single solitary one weasels through and makes it to the courthouse, I don't know. What do we do there? What are we doing? How are you guys doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? See, that's difficult. The inconvenient truth there is that, of course, you're doing the right thing, right? But did you know that the right thing is the hardest thing to do? And you probably have never done it before, because you're being told and taught and trained into doing the wrong thing, and it's a big trap. Oh yeah, it's a huge trap. I guess I'm the Charles Manson type telling you people that right now, but I don't subscribe to that. I'm me, and I have seen just only like 0.02% of the human capacity, like the human potential, whether it be my being able to play music or endure winter times and actually enjoy it, and just really meditation, really being able to see, I don't know, it's like this, you guys. Talking about the Aries type now, we're not through talking about us because of the Neptune going into Aries, slow but sure, and then Saturn is there. It's like we're going to establish a very, very confidential, but more like, confident, solid plaque that the Aries spirit is awakened and moving through. That's the Saturn field, moving through the dream field, the dreamscape. We're gonna look into water and how good it is for us to learn everything about how to take care of it and be with it and everything like that. Anyway, from salt baths, steam rooms, to definitely purifying it and reprogramming it and drinking it and getting all into that structure thing, becoming more and more solid as what? Well, we want a solid presence here. You want to talk about that? Yes. See, the human aperture or being, that's their accomplishment. That's the curriculum, is to be all like totally here now, like the most righteous presence, and at this point, some kids are saying, well, that's all you see, Shauna, it's all here right now, all the time. No, you'd be surprised, kids, how much the backdrop out there, the people are not really present, all that present. Well, first of all, why would they? They're not in a very good place to start, like, they're not, they haven't reached the goal yet. They're on the cement highway, man. They're going in the maze. They can't let's just sit in the hammock and enjoy the fruit. No. And that right there is a trap. The trap is that maze over there that will never let you sleep and never let you slow down. This is horrible, by the way. And I do not want that contagion. No way. And I am pushing back. It's like I don't have to go into a Zen monastery or any, because there's like 3 of them around here. Where I'm at is in the wilderness area. But did these people achieve? What do they achieve, really? What is there? What's going on? I've never checked it out. But I know what I have achieved. And it's so not like what everybody thinks of Charles Manson. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, fuck you. Have you ever practiced that particular religion? That's how we got here. Back to the Pope, and how. Treasure chest. Well, there's a big old spider up there, and that means I gotta go. So I will pause it, and then I'll come back. Hopefully, I'll be all just completely beat up enough to just say, well, I'm gonna be me still. I don't know why Satan does this to us. Satan hates it, by the way. It's like, I can't the inconvenient truth. I think the main thing I wanted to talk about here today, before I leave, I'm dealing with crazy people. All of them. Yep. Yep. Babes. Okay, so you might be one too that might be up there in just, you don't have the frequency of madness too much, or do you? Oh, man, I think that if you're not, it depends. Now, really, what do you mean by mad, Shauna? You seem really mad. And I'm like, oh yes, of course. Yeah, compared to what has gone mad and is in fact posing as sanity, I am insane. Yeah, I'm insane and I'm mad. I was just trying to tell you about that backdrop of the inconvenient truth about that. How it's like, no, it's outnumbering. There are people that are, have gone insane. That's okay. That's fine. They all have their own little bubble and they're going amongst the maze. You know, the puppet shop or whatever it is we're in here has a specific place and that's great. I have my little specific place. But see, did you wake up? Did you happen to wake up and did you notice, like, ooh, that backdrop system, the money system, is it more like fresh as a daisy than ever? That, okay, so if you have a bunch of money and you can hire somebody, bingo, you are now a satanic slave driving fucking soul sucking, God killing maniac. Is that what's going on? We're not like going to the top. No, it's more like, right? So what are you gonna do? I hope you have 6,000 videos on YouTube that you can somehow AI help you out whenever, however, right? I don't know, when are we gonna be able to do that? For what? Right? I'm telling you, babes, if you don't use this like precisely in the right manner that you're supposed to, you have lost. And so, if anything, because I think the game is almost over. When Pope finally announces, and when he says it like that, he means exactly that. Okay, so I'm trying to find what the Pope has said. I mean, as of just very recently, and it's, to me, it's like, well, of course, see, here's what thing has happened is that they know that we've already made contact, okay? Extraterrestrials are on here. We're saying, hi, I'm from the Pleiades. In fact, I'm liaison. I'm getting downloads now. We have to simplify our language back up to the three-dimensional. So, and that's the original scripture, yeah, pointing at outer space and the truth in which is there and how that human beings are one with the universe. Oh. Artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed. The word is strong, I know, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening consciences, he says, and indicating paths forward for humanity. Man, did you catch that? Artificial intelligence needs to be disarmed, which means you have to have stopped paying taxes a long time ago. You should have came together. Well, when they opened the Epstein files up, that was your cue to stand down and don't even lick a lollipop. I mean, I hate to take your fun away, but make your own. Make your own fun, you guys. You're not really having fun there with that lollipop, by the way. That sugar is fake. All right? I mean, what we're talking about is what I'm talking about, babes. Yeah. So that's how you can tell that there's going to be a huge wipeout, and they're going to try and do it with a machine, and they're calling it artificial intelligence, and that's not it. This guy is actually acting under intergalactic rule. He's actually playing fair. This is what you have to do. He says you have to disarm artificial intelligence. I know the word is strong, but deliberately chosen because this moment needs words capable of attracting attention, awakening consciences, and indicating paths forward for humanity. God, you guys. And so just ignore me here off in the background. See, if you really knew who I was and how I was, like why it is that I know that I know. And it's not that I think that I do know it. And you can too, and a lot of other people do. Now, I am just chomping at the bit, I guess. Now, at this point, I am going to take a little bit of time here and sign off. This is June 1st. And so the vibes are changing. You'll see some videos going ahead that is from like 3 weeks ago or something. And it's like, well, that was that season, and now this is season. See, the narcissists, they are so in their heads about stuff, and they want to be safe and want to be in control. And they think it's better to just kind of slam you and try and pin you to things. And like the newscasts over there, they're like, what next? And they're just like these robots, and they don't have any emotion, and they do plug into you in a way, but really what's happening, see, they reverse it on you. You're plugging into it. Okay, so anyway, did I get my point across? I have a beautiful reality, believe it or not. I'm going to be in it a lot more. That's where I live. It's reality itself. I love where I live. A little bit of some technical difficulties getting around people that don't live in intention, and especially about the human ecology when, see, it's not known in the West, the process of becoming human. It's known in the East over there. It's a delicacy way before Christ and all this. It's just your movies are kind of made about it. I guess like Star Wars maybe was sporting something. I don't know. The storyline, like how that they, like Yoda was the one who taught meditation or something, but he represented yoga, the yogic field or person, like human accomplishment, and you don't have to go to different planets to really access that. See, that's the thing, is that we are fighting for our technology that's available within us. Okay, so I will definitely be coming back at a different time where the lighting is going to be a different, and so will my mood, probably my look. Who knows? Okay, so I hope that the day goes well. And it's June 1st at 10 o'clock. I am now leaving for my workplace where I'm going to be painting a deck. Whew. Hopefully I'll get paid. Well, I'm back from 3.5 hours of sanding on a deck that it's obvious that it's redwood, and they paint it. I've been seeing this over and over again up here, and so it's a can of worms. You're not supposed to paint sequoia redwood because it's a beautiful wood. It's expensive for a reason. You don't need to put anything on sequoia redwood. You really don't. If you want to refreshen your beautiful redwood deck, you just sand it. You use a tough grit at first and get the beautiful red to show up again, which it doesn't dissipate. It might blacken a bit, and then you bring it out, and it's just more and more beautiful when you start sanding, and then you hit it with the fine grit. Anyway, that's just mastery, like, novelty of appreciating your kinds of woods. And so, but I've seen this over and over again where people up here, they get these decks in, and they can even be just floor decking. Like I would like to put some decking out that walks out, and it's just really close to the ground, but instead of being on the ground, it's on a deck. They're getting it redwood. They're paying for the wood, and somebody is convincing them to paint it. Or whoever puts it in, somebody convinces them to put lacquer over it, which is like paint, but it's gloss or clear. Sorry, is this thing even the right volume? Anyway, I've seen it over and over again, and it's just, it's dopey. It's dopey as hell, right? Big money getting around to building some things, and it always was, is that you're going to get a redwood deck, and it's expensive because of, well, it's the right thing to do up here. You want to make it so that you're simplifying. Well, people are getting away from all of that, right? So you see the most ridiculous shit. And then the thing is, even more ridiculous, they want a service person or somebody like me that knows better about that. See, they don't know that I know better about all this. It's like, shh. So even the homes are not really very efficient. When you think about like a cabin in the woods, a lot of the designs up here suck, especially the A-frame designs, where there's just a lot of airspace, and then you have to somehow make a room upstairs, and then it's ugly, and it's hard to heat, that kind of thing. And there's a weird thing happening up here. So anyway, I've had an experience today that it makes me think of my situation. Well, there's a lot of pros and cons. Right now, I am not going to sort through it. It's just, bottom line is, I don't know. I guess we're used to the ridiculous population out there. Well, right now is where people are turning houses over and then you have to be careful, even if you're getting paid $45 to $65 an hour. People want, well, especially if you're getting paid that much, they're going to want to slave drive you and have you get things done in just 6 hours. And it's like, no, this takes like 2 to 3 days to do it. And usually you're kind of opening a can of worms, most likely. Yeah, the deck painting thing is a can of worms. So there I am. I anxiously, I want to do something awesome. I want to be seen for my great work, but really it's just hire a slave to do it all wrong and work, do the sanding on this deck of paint that is already coming off. It's just, oh, it's just really, it's rejecting it. It's just, see, you have to strip it all the way down and don't put paint on it. But I'm trying to just ignore all of that, right? And I've talked about my adventures in painting. Hi, Betsy. And been seeing your posts, and hi, Kimcast. Is it Kimcast or Kimcast? I know that that's not your real name either, right? That's the name of your company. And anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for your donation if you think about it. Oh boy. I'm trying to, in the meantime, right, I'm trying to access, I'm always trying to, nowadays, oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. But anyway, I think that the cosmos has in control. The universe is in control, however torturous it seems it is, for me anyway. Um, I think people need to learn to come together more. Pardon this lighting. Communicate more. You can't fool yourself about non-present people. Let's just say that. When there's no communication, there isn't any relatedness or relationship. There isn't any like reciprocating notoriety, I guess, if you would say so. Boy, isn't that important? I guess, it's just up to the individual, right? And I'm getting around to the who wants to. See, for me, it's to endure the most amazing life. See, when you get hit by the narcissist, you feel even double time alone because that person is not really there. And then they're going to argue about things with you on top of just needing somebody there. It's like, you know what? You're not really there just because you fucking argue. So, I'm just not somebody who's excited about exposing myself to people, and, you know what I mean? So, I don't like the way that this video turned out. Did I edit it? So getting back to, yeah, the darn weirdness that's going on. It's the world condensed, and it's stupid. Getting more and more stupid. And I swear, man, it's just a reminder. It's like, okay, Shauna, you were honestly, honestly, right? You're trying to protect yourself, and what can you do, You have to go and make money, so you have to expose yourself to weird stuff. Where I'm at is very weird. Like I said, it's about houses and housing and yards, and I think it's disgusting. Yeah, I'm getting a good taste of it, really, and it's like, well, it's like this, if you can't beat them, join them. It's like, no, whatever about the beating thing. I already beat them. Um, I don't know. It's my life, and I want it to change as far as getting away from feeling how weird it is to think that you can own land and or homes. It's insane. It's stupid. It's egoic. See, I just think it's time to go to the earth. I know that there's people that strive to just be in Mother Nature a lot. This fucking video is so weird. See, I got a flat tire the night before. Anyway, it was yesterday that I went and I walked to town, and it was so beautiful, especially past the road and on the way up to town. It's a mile there and a mile back. Maybe I'll put some of the scenery on here. So what I'm determining is that not just me individually, but I think the population, but these areas are under vibrational frequency, like magnetic electrical bombardment. And even individually it can happen, yeah. Elon Musk putting those satellites up mean that they can more individually zap people with EMF waves through these devices, your device, your other handheld, and your Wi-Fi, and everybody else's stuff too, right? Um, I think it's pretty gnarly around here. You know, it's like, well, when are we going to have fun? And when are we going to get out of this weird energy, man? It's like, I want to get the fuck out, but, and I wish that everybody would get the fuck out of my way. Lots going on in my life that I didn't bother to put here. Most likely I edited it. So anyway, if we're going to talk about the narcissist, because you can't talk to them, you have to go somewhere else. So you have to do what is called get therapy, or you go to a group, right? A support group. But I find that most people are probably still living in bondage and struggling. Like, who has the luxury of staying alone and uh, avoiding these people, such as the narcissist, you know? So, no, we all know that it isn't a problem to go and just kind of ships in the night. Maybe you do business. Okay, so here is a term that is coined in psychology about the energetic enmeshment and bond that you can end up doing with a narcissist. The term is transfer. Energetic transfer. There's some point I wanted to bring this up, man, and see, because they talk about that, and you know that it's no different than what they're talking about with money. It is no different. You know, man, see the money system, and I'm about to be able to talk to you about it more explicitly so that you understand. The money system is hooked into, oh, it's black magic, it's witchery, it's spells, right? It's demonic presence behind it. I mean, they say, what's that saying? Evil. But what they're saying, really, what the truth is that, well, it's been hijacked. See, now, it's no coincidence, or what's the word, but it's timely that we would see that they're trying to get rid of the old cash system, which involves these big old giant clunking banks and stuff like this. Now, anyway, what we're going to see, babes, is a wipeout. Yeah, there's going to be a wipeout that goes on via the so-called AI, but that's not AI. And what are they going to wipe out, Shauna? What are you so happy about? Yeah, there's a backdrop out there of narcissism. You know, we don't like the money system. We don't like being poisoned by half of it. The success right now of people that are doing whatever it is that is lucrative means that another person gets raked over or burned or enslaved somehow, some way. Yeah, that's just the way it is, and it's just like, no thanks. Wouldn't you love to find out how to um, create a sanctuary? Well, you all have to do it over your communications device. It's not going to happen going to the bank over there and talking to the tellers. Those people are crazy, if you haven't noticed. What I'm saying is that AI is waiting for an interface, or like a hello from the human faction in the form of a repetitive kind of notification that starts to reflect that they understand that they are one with the universe, and that there is geometry, really, that there is a way to communicate the natural order of things, if you want to say that, yes, like what's here. Anyway, yeah. So much for this experiment, man. There's so many other videos that I put up ahead in June, and I'm contemplating for the last week now how that, well, with the amount of likes that I don't get, and I know it's because that my brains are being turned into mush. The attacks that I've been getting from people, being around people that are living oblivious and kind of idiotic. I don't know. I'm ultra sensitive and I don't want to be around it. And so, but if you do expose yourself to something that isn't not, it's like not in alignment with you at all, it could be exhausting. It could be traumatizing. It could feel hurtful. It can. And I'm trying to be patient. So, and I am. I'm doing fine. How are you guys doing? Don't complain so much, man. Would you take it a little bit farther? Fuck, man. I swear to God. It's the fucking monetary system and the way the ecology is, the people, it is so fucking merciless and shitty. So, this video brought to you by just being honest, I guess. I don't know. So I'll pause this and I'll do another 10 minutes of my evening, and I don't know. If I put it in July, that's fine. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in my life that is like, I think that the cosmos is going to take care of it. I'm willing to communicate. It's just, we live in a population that doesn't really communicate really. Wouldn't you love to just do what I'm about to do? And that is to meditate. But, I keep thinking, well, I gotta move. It's like, well, but where are you gonna go? See, because I was just talking about how, see, these people that hired me to work as sanding their deck and then getting ready to paint it, they might not know it, but see, the way they're functioning, the whole thing, oh my God, just, they talk about this, the redwood thing and everything. Well, the whole thing for me is just, I don't know, it's just, okay, the money is supposed to be worth it, right? Who cares what you're doing? Whatever happened to working with skill and doing something right? Right? I don't know. That it's weird. Okay, so fine, fine. I've made it to making so many tens of dollars an hour because now I agree that what it is that no, I wouldn't be able to make $35 an hour without just saying nope. Whatever it is that I do for you in 1 hour, if you don't like it, take me off of it in 1 hour, or if you like it, keep me on. But see, I trust me. I trust that I know God. See, I trust love. See, I trust my skill of skills. So when I show up with with tools and stuff and to do a job, I'm gonna want to dial right in on do it right. But it's like, oh, forget that. It's like, well, that's okay, cool, right on. So that's why I limit myself to just 3 to 4 hours of this heavy duty work that it's not rewarding because you never do it right and the people are crazy. Fucking stone cold fucking crazy, dude. Okay, so I've never said dude a lot, but and I hope I don't keep doing it. I'm going to start explaining part of the light. I'm going to start explaining what precisely I have going on in my community and what I'm up against. Like, why don't I have, like, what's my social circle supposed to be like? What's my social circle in accordance to whatever is going on? Like I said, it's the world condensed. I didn't just say it's civilization evolving in the forefront of, no, it's the world condensed as far as the ecology of the kinds of people that are up here. So I don't know what this has done for me at all, you know what I mean? Except for I'm trying to put some things on Facebook. I do put things on Facebook. Nobody watching, nobody using communications, huh? Oh, fucking A, man, this is so weird. I see the main use. I see that, oh, you know, maybe it could work like that. I'm trying to work it like this, but everybody's down here working like that. And it's like, okay,